Hello YouTube, it's Dave with Smiles Flies, doing the daily how to tie video. Today I'm going to be doing a parachute. Since it starts with a P, we're going to go with purple parachute. I've already laid my thread bed and put my tail in. The tail comes from a piece of grizzly saddle, which is this grizzly purple saddle, and I used the stuff down here that's a little longer, and that's what I made the tail with. And next step, I'm going to be using peccary, which is basically Russian boar hair, wild boar hair. That's what it looks like right here, and this is dyed purple. I'm going to tie it in at this end because this end's black and I want purple for the body. And I tie in this one in further back than I normally do because I want to make sure I have enough to wrap the whole way to the head without an issue. So I'm going to get it wrapped in real tight and take it forward. And the real nice thing is, that's the only material I need to tie in back there, so we're in good shape. I'm only going to come to about right here with it. So I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping. It's sometimes very tough to work with because it's slippery on the thread. But you just have to keep going and trying and pushing and you'll get it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, just for the sake of the video and to help you guys out a little bit, I'm going to take a little bit of head cement and put it on the top of my thread so the peccary has something to bite to and it won't slip on me as much. I'm going to blow on it to get it to dry a little bit, and then I'm going to get right back to wrapping again. And for this one, I'm going to separate it just a little bit so it makes it look like the black is segmentation. I think it's a good idea, but this is really funny because it's a dry fly. You want to make sure the separation is perfect. The spacing between wraps is what I mean, because it'll look silly if you don't get it just right. There we go. There's that one. And I think I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to go one more. I'm going to regret it if I do, so I'm just going to stop right there. Get a good wrap on that. And then I will wrap it the whole way to the head, just to make sure it's in there nice and tight. Give it a good snip with these Flysmith scissors, right down to the thread, you can barely tell. Okay, that's the first step. Now my next step is I'm going to be using that straight dub that I use in a lot of ways. It's my buddy Danny DeCare sources this material. If you want it, it's Danny DeCare, D-E-C-A-R-E, Danny DeCare on TikTok or Facebook if you want to get some. I would recommend it to anybody because it's a very nice material for a lot of things. You're about to see how nice it looks on a parachute. So I'm going to wrap back a couple of wraps, spin my thread to get it to round out because it's flattened out a little too much for me right now. Right about there. And tie this in. I'm going to see something. Yeah, I'm going to pick that up and kind of pull that back a little further because I don't like where it was at. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, yeah. And you don't want to wrap back too much because you'll see here in a second, you got to stand it up yet. And this stuff is so tough, it does get tough to cut. But there's not too much that holds back these scissors, let me tell you. And now, I'm going to start some wraps in behind. I don't like to tie left-handed, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. The reason why I can't do it right-handed is because it's slipping back on me, and I don't want that either, so there we go. That's pretty much standing up on its own. Now we'll get it back here again. See, every time I go to do that, it slips back. So I'm going to wet it. really don't like the left-hand tie thing, but the left-hand wrapping, I don't like to have my bobbin in my left hand. However, you got to do what you got to do for the sake of the art at hand. It just, sometimes it requires you to do things you don't want to do. I'm going to give it a snip up here. I'm not done yet, but that's where I'm going to go for now. And now I've got one of those pieces of that grizzly saddle. I'm going to strip some of these top fibers out of the way. And the reason why is so, well, you'll see. It gives me a chance to wrap it so the hurls stay more even. I kind of want to strip one whole side off, but I'm not going to. So, I'm going to tie this in right here. Right there. And then I'm going to pull that out because that's not right. I'm going to strip it a little more. Okay. I'm going to have to weten this because it's really being a little bit of a douchebag right now. So we're going to do this. I'm going to wrap back further on it a little bit and then bring it up towards the parachute. And then what I will do is I will take this in the jaws and move it sideways like this. And now, oh boy, if it lets me, I'm going to wrap this right up, right up the parachute. This is the part that gets tough on a guy, on anybody, I guess. Some guys will do it and make it look like it ain't nothing. Sometimes I get it right off the bat. Sometimes I've got to struggle because that's what wants to happen. It wants to slip off the damn parachute, and it makes it hard on a guy. But you can't give up on yourself. You just doing it again. You see what I mean? It's being in. So I'm going to put it back up here because I feel like I'll have better luck. Even though I normally have better luck down lower. What the hell's all this shit? Oh boy. Okay, so I'm going to weten it up real good this time. Okay, let's get a couple wraps back towards the bottom of the parachute post. And it keeps slipping on me, man. I hate that. And it came right, oh boy. Okay, a little bit of wax on my thread. Wax is always the savior when you're having slip problems. So here we go. There's that. I'm not going to put too much on because I'm going to use some cement here in a few minutes to build my parapost. It'll make it so it's solid as all get out. Notice how that didn't even try to slip on me? Now we're going to go around this way, which it doesn't mean it's not going to slip, but it does mean that I can grab a hold of the post and kind of hold it close to get it started. Once you get it started, it should cooperate the rest of the way for you. Should is the key word. Sometimes these things can be the hardest thing on earth to do. Other times they'll come together like butter. And the only reason I'm staying down low yet is because I have the wax that was there. Now it ended. So, take a little bit of your, this is a Umpqua head cement, which I like it. And you want to rub it on here probably about an inch or two. And then start wrapping right up the post again. But I'll start down towards the bottom a little bit because this is going to make a very, very, very tight parapost. Keep coming up. Up. I'm not going to do too many more wraps because that's pretty solid already. Yeah, I feel like that's about where I want to be. Now I'm going to do this and wrap my way back down. There it is. So, did that fall out for real? Oh my God. I'm sorry in a way that you guys are seeing me struggle, but it's also a good thing because we all struggle at times. Some people can do this. Some divers can do this and have not a problem on earth. But every here and again, you do run into troubles, and there's nothing you can do about it except prevail. Keep pushing. Don't stop. Don't get frustrated. Just keep working at it. A little bit more. I'm going to put about, I don't know, maybe 1 more inch of the head cement to make it get tight up top and to hold it in real good for me. It should be working out real nice. I'm going to wrap back down and get it right back here. And I need to snip out the end of the stem. I took too many of the barbs off, but I needed that for a reason. So right now, it's time to be very patient and try to find that little barb and cut it. Which I think I just got it. And maybe not. If I can't snip it, I'll burn it, but these scissors can, yep, scissors are amazing, man. I'm sorry I talk about them so much. They just blow my mind every time I tie. They're just so good. It's crazy. All right, so now I'm going to take this and I want to kind of come up to the top of the post with it and keep it as straight as I can while I try to wrap it down. And you don't need to make a whole lot of wraps. You really don't. I mean, this is what's going to help it float a lot. So you want to use a fair amount of wraps, but what you want to do is go under each wrap so you're not trapping fibers, which I'm very good at. I'm going to go there and stop right here and then try to go under all this and around and stay under, work my way around. It's a patience thing, it really is. And even then you're going to trap fibers. I have yet to tie one of these that I didn't trap the fibers in, honestly. But I work it out. So now I'm going to get in there and get a real nice close snip. There we go. Now I'm going to go like this. Try to do this without trapping fibers. Put up a little head. And normally I would do a whip finish, but I don't think I've got enough room to do it without trapping fibers. And I already trapped a couple, but that's typical. And then I'm just going to do a couple half hitches. And then I'll put head cement on it, which will hold it all together, so I'm good. I'm doing double half hitches towards the end, so that's a total of 5 half hitches I've done right there. And then I'm going to snip it out. And I still have a good bit of work to do yet, but I'm pretty well pleased with what's happened so far. I've got to get in there and get a lot of these extra fibers that straight dub. I definitely trap some of those fibers. This stuff is so thin and these scissors still nail it. That's just unreal. I'm happy with that. Okay, so now I'm going to change the size of my parachute because you don't need them that tall. Take it to about right there. Give it a nice straight snip. Tap it a couple times right there. I want you guys to see how nice and tight that parachute is. That's the main reason they do these parachutes is so you can see the fly when it's floating down, because this is pretty much a dry fly, but it's a parachute, you know. So anyway, the fibers turned out real good there. And I've got some cautery pen work to do, so bear with me, y'all. I'm hoping that I don't touch anything and make it all come unravel, but that is very likely. It could happen.
You'd be amazed at what a grieving father can get away with.
I got Tim Walker's mouse. He was my favorite.
Nice. That's number 3. That's 2. Your sleeves. Your father's.
There we go.
This is what we've been counting down to, Sam.
Push push this down a little more. Make a nice parachute like that. There it is. So I'm going to turn it upside down because I don't want to get, oh, I see a hair I need to get yet. Got to clean the flies up a lot. I like to clean them pretty clean if I can. There it is. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, thank God I glued that. Because now I'm going to have to do it again. Get a drop right there. Push it over and pray it holds. I'm just going to leave it be. You guys saw how to tie it, and that's it. So there you go. That is the how to tie a parachute fly. That was a size 10 scud hook. But anyway, I wish you guys the best. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate the viewership. For those of you who are viewing, and for those of you that aren't viewing, you ought to be. I'm just kidding. I mean, kinda. But anyway, let me finish one more thing I like to do, and that will be to put it in the tweezers and show you the fly. Why is this not fitting like this? What in the heck is happening? I don't even know what. Alright, I'm just going to go with this one, but I don't like how that's open at the end. Okay, guys, thank you so much for bearing with me. And I'm going to take this out, even though it started to unwrap with me because the cautery pen caught the body wrap. But please try to just overlook that because I don't want to retie it in the video. But there it is, and they're actually really nice flies. I mean, they work very well. They're easy to see. They float so good because of the wraps around the post. But there's the post, up top down view. And there you go, guys. That is a parachute dry fly. And my favorite color, purple. So anyway, you guys have a good day. Thank you for being here. God bless you all. If you like the video, please push like. And give me a subscription, like sub to me. It's for free. It's on my bio. You'll see it. And have a good day. Thank you.